les Noirs, les femmes et les hommes africains qui ont été massacrés, tués au Maroc. Vous, le gouvernement marocain, vous avez choisi de tuer, d'exterminer les Africains. Vous avez choisi d'exterminer les Africains, de les massacrer aux côtés de l'Union européenne. Comme hier, vous l'avez fait pendant les razzias négrières, la traite négrière. Vous avez choisi de continuer. Vous avez choisi de continuer à humilier, à massacrer et à tuer les Noirs africains. À bas la domination! À bas la domination! À bas la domination! L'Afrique du nord au sud, de l'est à l'ouest, doit redevenir noire.
Au nom de l'unité, de la dignité et le courage, nous sommes allés à l'ambassade du Maroc pour donner un avertissement à tout le Maghreb. Et ici, nous appelons à la destruction systématique du Maghreb en tant qu'entité physique, invisible, visible et morale. L'Afrique doit redevenir noire du nord au sud, de l'est à l'ouest, comme le disait Marcus Garvey. Et nous appelons le peuple d'Afrique à remonter vers le nord, tout simplement.
L'Afrique du Nord, à l'exception de l'Égypte, est rentrée dans sa phase de mutation démographique. Un pays comme la Tunisie avait quasiment une démographie qui se rapprochait de la nôtre. Et le problème, c'est que en 2050, les Africains en sud du Sahara vont doubler, ils vont être pas loin de 2 milliards, et la pression va se faire, bien sûr, vers l'Afrique du Nord.
He would discover a weakness in Spain.
Now, when talking about the ethnic persuasion of the Moors, people get into heated debates. Some say the Moors were black, some say they were Arabs, but the overwhelming truth is, it really depends on which caliphate you're talking about. Now, the caliphate in the east was a mixture of Arabs and black African Muslims, and even half Arab and half black Muslims. There were also many Berbers that were involved as well, the Berbers being mixed themselves. But the caliphates in the west, the ones responsible for the conquest of Spain for over 500 plus years, was overwhelmingly black African, consisting of Africans from the north and the west. Now, if the Moors weren't black enough for you, here's where it gets really black. Now, the Almoravid dynasty originated in West Africa and the Senegal region. You don't really get much blacker than Senegal. Now, the Almoravid Empire was pretty much split up into two major sections. The Southern Confederacy was ruled by Abu Bakr in the south, and the northern part was ruled by his cousin, Yusuf ibn Tashfin. Now, Yusuf was described as being brown-skinned with woolly hair. In my opinion, the greatest Moorish leader came from the Almohads. His name was Yaqub al-Mansur. His name literally means the invincible, because he defeated all his enemies and never lost a battle. Now, his mother was a black African from Senegal or Mali, and his father was half black and half Arab. So that makes him just as black as any African American walking the streets of DC today. Yeah.
Moor means black. Negro, Ethiopian. Moor means black. Moor is not a people. Moor is a color. And they have taken this word Moor and they have associated Moor with Muslim. There were Moors that weren't Muslim. Moor means black. There were Christian Moors. There were Moors that practiced a traditional African faith system. So that Moor means black simply.
Negro flag, it's not a colored flag, it's not a black flag, it's not an Afro-American flag, or an African-American flag. This is the Moorish flag, the flag of your ancient forefathers prior to slavery. First of all, it's the oldest flag to represent a nation on earth, because you are the oldest nation on earth. So it only seems fitting that you have the oldest national flag, or flag to represent a nation.
As you can see, behind me is the Moorish flag and the American flag. Now remember, the prophet was sitting at his desk just as my son is sitting right here. And if you look at the picture, the Moorish flag looking this way had the impression or the interpretation that the prophet is sending a message that the Moors are in distress and that our flag flies before the American flag.
Doing this video because in the last few days I've been, I don't want to say debate, but in an intellectual argument with members of a group, or they call sheiks of a group called the Moorish Science Temple of America, who run around using a lot of Islamic terminologies, who run around causing confusion with, and what I find is that the people from the Moorish Science Temple of America, they play word games. And
so Almighty God, Allah, and Prophet Noble Drawley, he fit the mold. He brought a revelation. Now some say that's not a Quran. But we have in the Moorish Science Temple of America, that's not a Quran. The Quran is the book of Allah brought by Prophet Muhammad. And this is an error. And the error is in our lack of understanding, full, complete understanding, or the nature of the Arabic language as demonstrated during the time of the Prophet Muhammad.
They're big on what they call etymology, and they like to look at roots of words and twist it, almost like the Kafir justify the use of the Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam being the last. I pointed to Surah Al-Ma'idah.
اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا.
A book that says, "This day I have perfected for you your religion and completed my blessing to you, upon you." So this morning I was thinking about it again, because these people are very, very stuck in their shirk, and they believe that they are Muslims, and they try to cast dispersions on Sunni Muslims and other Salafi Muslims, and Muslims who follow the different madhab.
What I want to speak to you today about Morocco versus the Moors. I'm going to give a brief overview of the history of Morocco, 1000 BC up till now, and explain the difference and discuss the confusion that's going on about Morocco. And what this fascination that the Moors have with Morocco, and why they think they relate to Morocco, and feel that they're a part of Moroccan history, just in the nature of that area. Got some notes here because I've been researching this. The Moroccan population and the Moroccan culture prior to the Moors invading Spain and Morocco. Because prior to the Moors invading Spain and Morocco, there was another people there before they got there. Okay? The Moorish flag, the Moorish American flag is a Moroccan flag. It's not a Moorish flag, it's a Moroccan flag. We need to distinguish the difference between that. Morocco and Marrakesh is the same thing, just in different languages used at different time periods. They're one and the same. So, one group plays the Marrakesh card, another group plays the Morocco card. It's the same thing. Carrying on. Also, Marrakesh remains the name for Morocco in Persian to this day. And actually, Moroccan culture and the people of Morocco, whether they're dark Moroccan or pale Moroccan, don't know nothing about no Moorish Science Temple of America. They don't know nothing about no Marrakesh Society here in America. They don't know nothing about you. They care less. The government don't give a shit about you. In Morocco. You're not related to Morocco in any sense. Okay? I know not many people touched on the history of Morocco. But I just had to just sit up and do this research because a lot of people just talking shit. And I'm just wondering what the fuck is this fascination these niggas got with Morocco? Can a Moroccan flag represent Morocco? Talking bad about sub-Saharan Africa, West Africa, talking bad about Africa, period. What the fuck is their hate for Africa? And bottom line, their hate for Africa is they hate it because their Arab slave master don't give two shits about it. And they down with their Arab slave master in ideology, in their religion, and in their thinking. This is where their hate comes from. It comes from their goddamn daddy, the Arab. And you American Moors are feeding our babies bullshit. You feeding them lies and misinformation.